someone's tuning in on acid right now, then God help them. Yeah.
I have to assume, though, if someone is on acid, this probably wasn't what they were looking for. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Who knows? Who knows what people tune into when they're on acid? I have no idea. I've never done it.
House music.
I just look like I'm on it. Fashion alert, bowl cuts. Swingy, I'm gay. I can't do straight and narrow.
No, true.
Well, hey. Right.
I can't do narrow. I'm working on it, though. I'm slimming well now, so.
Oh, good. Going all right? Or...
Yeah, I'm 2 stone down this year, so
Nice.
I've got a lot more to go, but we'll keep at it.
Even so, every bit is an accomplishment.
The benefit of caftans is no one's going to know until one day I walk out in a bodysuit and everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. Start doing them sort of like
The Stella drag.
Yeah. Start doing numbers like Scarlet or something.
Just tap up Casey when you want a new one.
Yeah.
When you want a nice bodysuit,
Absolutely.
I'm your girl.
Commissions are open.
They are indeed. Please, I need money. Right. Greetings and welcome to Hot House Drag. May we please remind you that this episode could contain strong language and adult themes. So, if that's going to be an issue for you, may we kindly suggest that you off immediately. And now, please welcome your host, the UK's nuclear bombshell of drag and Hot House CEO, Kenzie Blackheart. Hello and welcome to the HotCast, the official Hot House Drag podcast. I'm your host, Kenzie Blackheart, and joining me on the sofa today, hiding behind the microphone in case you can't see her, she is my former partner in crime, and now she's become a well-established name on the UK scene, really, not just down south. I think it's everywhere, really.
I'm a bit about, yeah.
Yeah, she's a bit here, there, and everywhere. It's Shar Cooterie, everyone.
Hello, babes. You right?
You're right, babes?
Yeah. Awake and alive. That's nice, isn't it? It's the best start to the day.
Yeah, I mean, that's the mood. That's all that we can
It's
ask
horrible
for.
when you don't wake up.
Yeah, I mean, well...
Unless you plan not to wake up, in which case I'll wait for my alarm. Like,
oh, yeah, I could... Yeah, if you give me a chance to, like, just sleep through the day, I could, but at the same time, I would also kick myself, because that's the type of person I am.
oh, no, I'd be fine with it. Totally at peace.
Yeah.
Low pressure progress is what we go for.
I love that. So, all good and all well, and...
I'm doing all right, babes. Yeah, just keeping on. Shar is happening still, somehow, which is lovely. And... we just keep building, we keep moving, and hopefully doing new things all the time.
Oh, yeah.
That's the hope.
Yeah, I mean, as an artist, you kind of hope that you are constantly doing new stuff and evolving, and otherwise you're just going to plateau, and what's the point otherwise?
I prefer a platter than a plateau.
Exactly.
Absolute.
Put it on a t-shirt. Right. So let's get into things.
Yes.
And we've probably spoken about this on our podcast that we used to do.
Way back when.
Yes, back in lockdown.
God, that
was a time.
Wasn't it?
The Queens Speak, for those that might be interested. We had a number of quite actually big names on it, really. Davina De Campo, Licorice Black, Lily Snatch Dragon, Donna Marie Trago,
we
My
had
Drag
loads of people.
Oh, yeah.
Copper Top.
Yes, Copper, yeah. God, we had loads. But there was an episode where we interviewed each other as well, which was...
that was before we could get guests, wasn't it?
Probably, yeah. I think that was just before we started actually getting guests, and we were just like still in that phase where we were just talking shit, which this podcast will inevitably become. But that's what you subscribe for, dear listener. So there you go. So yeah, as we probably mentioned, but for those that are new here, where did all of this begin for you? Your forays into drag?
So it came from theatre to begin with.
Yeah.
Like my first cross-dressing moments were theatre. Where I count Shar as happening was at a charity fundraiser Tracy Paper put on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that would have been, God, gross. First time I did drag was 2017, but the first time Shar happened, really, was 2nd of November 2019.
Right, okay.
We did a big fundraiser, and I went, oh, okay, yeah, maybe I'll do this. Like, I'll try and do this more regularly than just sort of once a year.
Yeah,
like,
let's
sing in a dress.
Yeah, let's see what we can make of this.
Yeah. So then I headed to London to seek my fortune and found a pandemic instead, and took a year out and learned and did stuff. And
I feel like the lockdown though either hindered a lot of performers or really helped them.
I felt really lucky. I felt really like obviously it was an awful time for so many people. But
yes.
It worked out for me in almost every regard.
Oh, same.
Apart from the countless deaths.
Yeah, I mean, aside from...
So I suppose on that metric, it's,
Yeah, I mean,
could have been worse.
Count yourself lucky, but yeah, at the same time, you do have to, I suppose, look at the positives. Otherwise, you would never get out of bed again.
I got myself out of debt. I really worked on what Shar was going to be. Didn't work on the face for several years after that, but still. We got a sense of where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do, what the vibe was, where I might fit. And started networking. I'd met a bunch of who are sort of my drag nearest and dearest through a competition called The Crown.
Yes.
The cast, so we were the original season 2 of The Crown, and then we got closed down because of lockdown, and then they had to recast it later because everyone else was doing all sorts of stuff. But
lovely.
Yeah, the cast was, who was I chatting about this? I was chatting to someone about it recently, and they were like, well, how did you meet that person? I was like, oh, just some random competition. We did 1 week of a random competition before we all went into lockdown. And then I was like, well, I guess I'll chat to you because I don't know anyone else. So, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of happens that way, though. It's weird because, most of the, I suppose, Rue girls that I know, because we're both in very much the same boat where we're quite well connected.
Yeah, for sure.
To a lot of our colleagues who went on to TV fame, let's say.
Or infamy.
Infamy, yes. Or
it's got it in for me. Sorry, my brain is yes. Carry on.
Thank you.
As you were best.
Yeah, it's I suppose competitions are that sort of launch point, really. You sort of meet people at these things and you never know who's gonna
That's it, it's the best way to get started, really. I mean, I'm biased because I've entered too many, arguably. And I've had to sort of, I finally won one, and so then I'm like, right, well, let's wind this down a little bit so that I can just cling on to that rather than have new losses to bemoan.
No, exactly.
Let's just cling on to our one win. And that's my goal, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Amen.
But yeah, I think it's a great way to network. We've recently just done one at Dragonfly Lounge, which I had the, I was asked to judge it, and it was. God, I love seeing you drag.
Yeah.
It's so lovely. It's so exciting. And then it reminds me of I remember when I was new, much as I don't want to refer to myself as old or sort of settled in.
Yeah, seasoned.
Yes.
Seasoned.
Yeah, seasoned. That goes with the branding, yeah.
I prefer to call myself withered, but...
Well, better you than me. There's no wrinkles on a balloon, dear, so I've... No wrinkles on me.
No, you can't get a wrinkle on an egg.
No,
so there we go.
Absolutely not.
There we go. Yeah, who? So, what sort of names are we talking that you've done? The competition scenes with
that competition. If I look at the first one specifically, because Vanity Milan had just won the season before.
Yeah.
So she came and sat in the most beautiful. Meeting Vanity, the first time I met Vanity in London, she sort of showed me just through her presence why drags are referred to as royalty. It was like she owned the world. It was incredible. Just her presence was amazing. She looked incredible as ever she does.
Yeah.
So she won, and then she and the other 2 of the top 3 came and sat in the front row for all of the heats.
Wow.
And I was like, I don't know if this is a psych you out or just we're here to vibe. But they were there to vibe. It was very sweet.
That helps.
But in that in basically my first fortnight of that competition, sort of doing my heat and then competing, Day judged my heat.
Okay, work.
And then in my cast were Copper Top, Electra Fence, Kiki Snatch, Letitia Delish, Tequila Thirst. We had Sophia Stardust. It was her first performance in London. That girl who is my number one best drag friend in the world.
Yeah.
A bunch of others. I'm going to sound shady now if I miss people. Hang on. Copper Top, Electra Fence, Kiki Snatch, Letitia Delish, A Lot of Nerve, Cami Milan, Tequila Thirst, Aiden Orange, Sophia Stardust, Shar Cooterie, Ella Veride, and... Oh no, that's even worse, because there's now only one. Who was the one? Someone incredible.
Michelle Visage.
Yeah, it was someone who was mind-blowingly talented, so much so that I've had to block them out.
Exactly.
I'm so sorry.
Do you ever just see certain drag performers where you're like, you are just so the epitome of drag, I'm just going to forget about you for life, otherwise I will give up.
Anyone younger or prettier or more mobile than me can quit. I'm fine with that.
R.I.P. the UK drag scene.
Yeah, it'd be me and Trace, it'd be fine.
Yeah, be alright.
Me, Trace, Davina De Campo, Charlie Hides.
Yeah.
It's another 2-2, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what more do you need, really?
In it, why not?
Just watch some
Give
of
us
it.
all the gigs.
And Myra Dubois.
Yeah.
Just the bunch of you just RVT every weekend.
I think she is.
I mean, if she's younger than you, then one of you need to...
Stop.
Yeah.
I had a friend once ask me when I was earlier on in drag, they'd watched Britain's Got Talent, they went, oh, do you know Mira Du Bois? And I went...
Mira Du Bois.
Mira Du Bois, which actually, as a drag name, would also be quite camp.
It would actually, yeah.
Who's she? She's Mira Du Bois.
Yeah.
Ah, very well. But no, Myra Dubois. Oh, I've named one man now. Myra Dubois is an absolute star. She's wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got to hope she's older than me because she's certainly more successful.
Oh, yeah. If she's younger and with that amount of success as well,
yeah,
then...
it's disgusting. Wrong.
Yeah, yeah. And as you sort of mentioned, you sort of got into it through theatre. Yeah. Was that sort of like what you studied and worked towards?
Yeah, I did. So when I was very young, I got forced to go to a theatre, like youth theatre group. Yeah. And I came home and I cried for about an hour and said, it's horrible. I never want to do it again. It's awful.
Work.
My mum said, no, you're going to go back 3 more weeks. And if you don't want to do it after that, you never have to do it again.
Fair enough.
I went the second week and I can't remember what I said, but trust it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I got a big laugh and I got that little buzz in the back of your head and I went, right, well, I'll try this then.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I studied theatre all the way through to master's level. Failed to work after that, as you do, for like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And then whilst I was pottering about doing little bits and bobs, little student films and this and that, a friend of mine said, oh, well, this person, Dan, I've doxed her now, this person, Dan's putting on a show, might be a place for you to sing if you want.
No, exactly.
And so I met Trace, and Trace was like, yeah, go on then.
You're all right.
I mean, I didn't realise, I assumed at that point, partially because of her age, but partially because she seemed to know what she was doing, that she'd been doing it for years. But that was her first time in drag as well. So.
Oh, yeah, no, she exudes a sort of confidence of, one of them queens that you meet at the bar who's just like...
50 years in.
Yeah, she's 50 years into the game and she looks it.
But yeah, she just knew what she was doing. She knew what she wanted. And so she went, yeah, go on then. This is what you do. And we sort of have a bit of a, like, just sing a song, but in a frock or with some makeup on. And so as it transpires, we started the same night and been going ever since.
Yeah, I mean, it's been years now, really, isn't it?
That event was 2017.
Wow.
Which is, oh God, it's nearly 10 years.
Almost, yeah.
I feel sick.
Yeah,
I tell people I've started 4 months ago though, because I think that makes me look impressive. It's nicer.
Yeah, it's nicer then. It's sort of like them girls that get on Drag Race and they're like, oh, I've only been doing this for 3 months.
Yeah, like Yeah, I won a few competitions before I started drag.
Yeah.
Drag competitions, of course. But
Oh,
then,
yeah, of
then I
course,
thought,
yeah.
you know what? I'll start drag. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Might actually be all right at this. Let's give it a go.
I'll give it a go.
And speaking of drag competitions as well, there's one that in particular, I want to hark on because I know that you did it and you did considerably better than me. NADC.
Not the trauma.
The trauma flashbacks. Where did you place on your season?
I was runner-up. And that's the best I could have done.
Oh, yeah.
My winner in that season was the indomitable Wet Mess. If you have seen Wet Mess, they are a force of nature. Literally, so what we did with NADC, which is lovely, and it's what I want to try and do. Sort of what I liked about it is there was a mentorship element, there was a developmental element. It wasn't just come along, do your stuff, now you're naff, get gone.
Yeah.
If you made it into the competition, because I do a heats process, if you made it into the cast, you then would meet up, I think, on a Wednesday. Yeah, we'd meet on the Wednesday. We'd do the workshop associated with that week's challenge.
Yes,
So I think
yeah.
Week 1 was lip sync week. Week 2 was look week. Then burlesque. Then comedy week. All the
Sewing
different
as
things.
well. I know that was involved.
Yeah, so that was our look week. I had to make a dress, and I still wear it, so I'm happy with that. But I also haven't made one since.
It's not for everyone.
No, we do okay, and I keep practiced enough that in a pinch I could sew a circle big enough to put a hole in and wear over my head.
Sometimes that's all you need, though.
Well, I think I demonstrated that ably with this. No, this is actually a gorgeous caftan by the wonderful people at Kerfuffle Studios. Obviously, not a patch on yourself, but if you're busy,
Exactly.
Kerfuffle are also can.
Because I'm so highly in demand.
You got to pretend because
I am.
if people think you're in demand, they're like, well, right, I need to get in there before we can.
No, exactly. Oh, I wish that was the case. My God.
Yeah, so with that, I like the mentorship element.
Yeah.
And so I sort of would go back and forth to these things, and we all met up. So the cast meets up once a week before the show and then at the show. And I remember we were all there, and Wet Mess hadn't arrived yet. And there was just a moment where we all sort of looked at each other and went, right, who wants to be second? Who wants to get second?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they are one of the most interesting, compelling, exciting, baffling performers I've ever encountered.
I mean, with a name like Wet Mess, you would hope so.
Oh, their sort of work, for me, it almost supersedes drag. It becomes, it's not gender performance, it's gender confrontation.
Yeah.
In all the best ways possible. There is no one, and like I know lots of people are like, oh, they're completely. There is no one like Wet Mess.
No.
There's no one like Wet Mess in the UK. There's certainly no one like Wet Mess in the world, I'd wager. What they do, they are singular in. And so, and obviously I have to big them up that much, because then, well, for me to come runner-up must mean I'm pretty good as well. Like,
Exactly.
oh, you know, if you've lost to an incredible thing, then fine. But could you imagine if I was like, yeah, they were awful.
They were awful.
Absolutely
And I came runner-up to that.
Yeah, I was a monster, and I still didn't win.
I mean, that's the story that I like to say about me going out first.
Yeah, they were all horrible.
They were all horrible, and I still lost to them.
Who wasn't Flick there?
Yeah, so my...
Proof that they were all horrible.
There we go. Yeah, my... my season... Well, my heat, I mean, that's as far as I got.
You were the Camden era.
Yes, I was Camden.
I was Vauxhall.
Exact. There we go. Bit of a change in location. Yeah, my year was... so I befriended, obviously, Flick, Baby, who sort of... She came by herself, and we sort of like... As we do nowadays, we just take all these drag queens in and just like... All these drag performers and just sort of like covet them. Yeah, and she was just like there by herself, so we were like, oh, just come sit with us. Yeah. Little did we know later on down the line. Cheryl was my guest judge.
Mad.
Pre-Drag Race. My drag aunt Lily Snatch Dragon was also
lovely.
Like one of the guest judges. Yeah, I went out there and did a little Fall Out Boy number because I was quirky at the time, went out first. So yeah, that was fun. But even
it's,
so,
like I was saying at Megamorphosis at Dragonfly when I was sort of judging, because of course, one of the things I appreciate with Hot Shots is because it's able to be a one night thing. You haven't got that sort of process of people feeling like they're missing out on a whole experience.
oh yeah,
Because that is a thing that's you're sort of confronted with, is when you are when you're eliminated from a competition, you then watch it all carry on without you.
yeah.
You're like, oh well, what am I missing out?
It's sort of like that SpongeBob meme where Squidward's looking through those like the shutter blinds at like Patrick and SpongeBob having fun below, and it's just like in the dark.
That. So what was nice with NADC is obviously I was able to sort of get through without being eliminated. But also, if you were eliminated, you still could come to all of the workshops.
Yeah.
So you still got all of the education. You didn't carry on in the competition, but you would learn all of the skills. You'd be able to keep developing. And similarly, when we did All Stars, again, it was the same vibe. There were no eliminations, which probably would have been kind of for my mental health had we been cut, because I ended up having a bit of a meltdown through that one.
What?
I just did my own head in.
Yeah.
Because it can be a lot, particularly if you're not in the right place. Normally, it's the only time I've struggled with a competition beyond like, oh, I hope I win, and I really want to do my best. That one was like, what am I doing? I don't know if I belong here.
Yeah. What sort of advice would you sort of give to someone who was going through the same, that, to help them sort of come through the other side of it? What would you...
I think it's about shifting what the objective is.
Yeah.
So I get people, particularly in our East Anglian drag scene, message me about Drag Idol, for example.
Yes.
Ultimately, with every competition, or almost every competition, no matter how many people apply, it comes down to one person. So if your sole objective going in it, absolutely play to win. But if the only thing you're trying to get out of it is winning, you have 7 out of 8 chances, 10 out of 11 chances of being disappointed.
Yes.
So I would suggest that the key thing for thriving or for best benefiting from competitions is go in with a number of objectives. I want to go do this one because I want to meet other people and network and see stuff that I don't see in my local scene, for example. Or I want to go and be able to leave this competition having developed a couple of new numbers.
Oh yeah, I feel like going into these sorts of competitions, your first objective should be growth.
Yeah.
Winning is just a nice bonus.
Well, yeah, because for that reason, only one person wins.
Exactly.
But everyone can develop. Everyone can become better or meet people who can help them be better or find opportunities for each other. So for me, whenever I'm doing a competition, my primary thing now is networking. It's to meet people or spaces that I haven't been to or seen before.
Oh, yeah.
So that I can then go, well, I was there, every time you get in touch with people, you need to have a hook. Well, we met at such and such a night. Or,
yeah, exactly.
I was here for that and it had a really good time. I'd love to come back. So now it's just all, I'm loath to use the word hustle, but it is all about sort of pooling resources rather than just trying to get the prize.
Oh, yeah.
As much as that's nice when it happens.
Oh, yeah, it is lovely. But yeah, you do have to look at the long-term game as well,
yeah.
If you want to be successful in this. And yeah, it's kind of, I don't really know if I've sort of mentioned it much about Hot Shots even, but when there is so much noise, especially in the drag scene nowadays, I mean, just look at the Colchester scene. I mean, everyone and their cat is doing drag.
My goodness me.
So
it's like rabbits.
Yes.
It really is. I think coming out of lockdown, there truly was me and Tracy in Colchester. That was it. I think there's upwards of 40 at this point. So it's lucky there are more gigs because goodness knows what would have happened.
Yeah, whoever keeps feeding these drag queens in Colchester after midnight, stop. Please stop.
I think it's Joe. It is Joe from Dragonfly.
Most likely, yeah. But yeah, when there is so much noise in that, especially online, everyone thinks that they can make a play of it online and, that's going to be the be-all and end-all. No, you have to get out there physically.
Oh my goodness, yes.
That is the best thing that you can do.
And I mean, sort of even get out of where you are. Obviously, you want to put yourself out there, and one of the benefits of competitions, for example, like Drag Idol, is you've got the option to. It's an open door in another scene.
Exactly.
So I was able to go for my semi-final. I went to Manchester, and so bookers and performers and people who might think of you later see you in a different scene, and more importantly, you see what a different scene does.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot of. I didn't realize until I started sort of being allowed to go to other spaces and other places. Each scene has its own little cultural ticks, and
Yes.
I thought it'd just be an individual thing, but actually there are trends towards collective attitudes or collective styles.
It's surprisingly close as well. I think even just the difference between the Essex scene and the London scenes.
Oh god, yeah.
What you can get away with in both is vastly different.
Mm-hmm.
It's so different.
Well, even you look at London, you talk the difference between Soho, Vauxhall, East London. Those are wildly different experiences, wildly different scenes.
Yeah.
And so I find it fascinating, and that's why it's one of the things that I would recommend to folks is and I think, without naming names, I think when I've seen people who start to do that, they do become richer, or even if it's just to go, right, I do know that I don't want to do any of that.
Yeah, exactly.
They sort of are able to refine what they do a bit more.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of have to give these things a go to go, right, I know that kind of gig is not my thing.
Yeah.
And it's better to realise that earlier on and set that boundary for yourself rather than just constantly going for it, because otherwise you're just going to become miserable.
Yeah, you just end up banging your head against a window.
Yeah. Yeah. Very much so. So let's sort of move away now from the world of drag and all of that, because I also know very well that you are a bit of a nerd into nerd culture. During lockdown, you was one of the proprietors of, was it Rule 34 Drag?
Goodness, yeah, Rule 34 Drag.
Yep,
Which
throwback.
I have now taken the account and changed it into something different. Because so Rule 34 Drag was myself and Max Ryder sharing an interest in putting on in the cross section between nerd culture and drag culture, because we know it's rife. There's so much, but of course during lockdown, nothing was happening anywhere.
No, exactly.
And so goodness me, that was such a lot of work. We contacted a bunch of people, yourself included, and said, right, we're going to do a Pokemon drag show. Create a digital drag number, submit them all. Max and I will do a very long stitching of it all together. And then I was like, well, this doesn't feel inclusive if I don't go ahead and caption it all. And I didn't know how to add automatic captions. So I sat and transcribed the whole show.
Fun.
And then put it into Pokemon font and put it on the bottom.
Yes.
But that was digital drag. Like we were just going, right, well, we got to figure all of it out, make it happen. But it was a lovely show. It was.
It was.
We couldn't post it particularly publicly. We had to have it unlisted because all of the licensed music, as with all of digital drag, was getting hammered by copyright people.
Oh god, yeah, they went ham during that time.
They were. I think it is still somewhere on there unlisted, but I goodness knows where. I'd have to find the link.
I know that the little bites that you all did for all the cast, where it's like, who's that Pokemon? I know those are still up because my one comes up on my YouTube algorithm every now and then for no reason. So
daft.
Yeah, but that was fun though.
And then I was like, well, yeah, and obviously, sort of the brilliant, great minds think alike and all of that. So the wonderful people at Slay Station had also had a similar idea, and now they're killing it.
Yeah.
They've just done a Super Mario for the movie launch. They've just done a Super Mario drag special with Aidan Strickland just chugging red wine and eating onions and garlic as Wario, and the wonderful Luce Willis as Waluigi, and all just
some of those performances that come out of Slay Station as well.
Oh, it's so campy.
You can look at them and just sort of go, it's drag excellence.
I'm surprised you've not gone and done the costume contest, because they do it at the Master Ball every year.
I'll be honest, I'm so out of touch with most of the scene nowadays because I'm just like so busy doing what I do that I didn't actually know they did one. So I might have to.
Which is their yearly Pokemon special.
Yeah.
They have like anyone can come and compete for sort of best dressed, and I think a friend of mine won the first year as a cloister.
Work.
It was so camp, and like this big shell headpiece opens up, and you've got the little scary pearl face in the middle. I was just like, okay, this is, and that's when I started following Slay Station. I was like, this is the wonderful meeting of minds between cosplay and drag and nerd culture and performance, and
they really do interlink surprisingly well. Like, I mean, most of these episodes, I think I do. It's quite easy to sort of fall into like topics of nerd culture, and because we're all a bunch of nerds at the end of the day.
Because we didn't go out.
Yeah,
that's how you have time enough to do your face. Is you don't go out.
Exactly. That's how we all learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. For anyone that's wondering,
I'm still learning.
Yeah. No, you're everlasting learning with this. And like I said, if you're not, then what you're doing?
Isn't it?
But yeah, no, that's good information. I might have to bring back Miss Mimikyu at some point.
It was such a cute outfit. It was very, very cute.
I think I've sold it now, but oh
no.
But to be honest, it's one of those. I look at, again, if you're not obviously progressing ever, you know what you're doing, but it's sort of one of them costumes where I look back in it and I'm like, I could have done this, and this better, so I'll sell it, and if the time comes, I'll make a nice.
Yeah.
I'll make a better new one.
Yes.
That is just the cycle of drag, I think.
2.0.
Yeah, exactly. Or it doesn't even have to be Mimikyu. I'll just wear this hair, I'll go as Ralts or Gardevoir.
That's quite camp. Yeah, that would be quite camp. I'd have to do Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a way to do a flattering Jigglypuff. Which is literally a sphere.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, though. I feel like you kind of need to play into that.
Just get an inflatable.
Yeah.
One of those inflatable suits.
Yeah, exactly. Give the inflatable fetishists something to look at.
Well, she is the balloon Pokemon, isn't she?
Yeah, exactly.
Despite, Drifblim coming later.
But a Jigglypuff's the nicer balloon Pokemon. Yeah. Drifloon abducts children, so
camp.
Yeah. There is a surprisingly dark undertone to Pokemon.
Oh god, there's so many gross ones. I mean, is it Lavender Town?
Oh god, yeah.
I couldn't put the sound on during. I mean, I was a child, but I couldn't have the sound on.
Oh, it's the most iconic, freaky soundtrack. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah,
horrible.
Oh, speaking of dark undertones, this is going to go over people's heads now. We're at that point of the episode.
I thought you were about to have a go at my makeup.
No. No.
Dark undertones. What's this?
Yes, exactly. Bit under the eyes, maybe. No. Have you been playing at all Pokopia?
I haven't. I sold my Switch.
You want to talk dark undertones in Pokemon? Oh my god.
I just think, doesn't it? It just looks delightful, doesn't it?
It is very cozy. It is so lovely. Spoiler alert for those that don't want to know, skip forward. But the actual background, lore of the whole thing is that it's set during the Pokemon world post-apocalypse.
Oh, so all the people are dead?
No, they all fled to space, but they left all of their Pokemon back on Earth. So it's just all these Pokemon that just appear going, where's my human?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, there's such a sad undertone.
I mean, that does now make Sobble completely justified.
Yes. And I mean, Pikachu, the pale version of Pikachu.
The ghost one. It looks like.
Yeah, it's pale because its story is that it exerted so much of its own electricity to keep its friends alive that it just overdid it, and now it can't produce its own electricity.
I feel like I do that sometimes.
Yeah. But that's just the life of a creative. If you're not burnt out, then you know what you're doing. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. It's not.
They're not them. They're not very good. Just visit my mum. She's a good counsellor.
Yeah. Or just go visit your friend, your barber.
Yeah.
Good hairdresser. They're a good therapist.
Worst case scenario, have a nice bath.
Yeah. Nice bath and a wank.
Yeah.
You're all right.
Needs must.
Yeah. It's all the therapy you need. So yeah, well, you go and do that, dear listener, and treat yourself. Maybe get a glass of wine. Or
If it's going to take you too long, do pause at this point and then come back afterwards.
yeah, obviously we don't know how long it takes you.
You don't want to miss any of the content.
Yeah, you might not even want to hear our voices while you're doing that. I mean, you might
Just
do.
put it on mute and carry on, babes.
Yeah.
Why not?
There we go. But yeah, while you go and do that, we shall go for a quick ad break, and we shall see you right after this. Goodbye, my lovelies.
So you're going to read the ad break now?
Yeah.
I assume you do it live.
This episode is sponsored by your mum's giant arse.
Leave my mum's giant ass out of this. How dare you?
Oh no, the ads are all done, like pre-recorded. It's one thing that is actually easy. This episode is sponsored by Dina Lawman Photography. Now, if you have been to any of our visual hothouse channels, whether it be our website or our social media, or even the social media of some of our drag performers, then no doubt you have seen Dina's work. Now, it's not just drag performers that she photographs, okay? She photographs everything from children to families and pets to even boudoir shoots, and of course drag performers. She has her own fully equipped studio in Rayleigh with 15 years of experience and competitive pricing. But if that's not enough for you, our listeners right now can get a 10% discount if you mention Hothouse to her when making a booking. That's Dina Lawman Photography, DeanaLawman Photography. And you can find her on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or online. Or you can also email her right now at dinalawmanphotography@gmail.com. Thank you for sponsoring our podcast, and be sure to go and get your photos with her right now. Are you looking to get even more Hothouse goodness into your life? Then follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with our latest news and events. Or you can visit our website at hothousedrag.co.uk to find out more and buy your tickets for our next fantastic show. See you there, my lovelies. Hello and welcome back to the show. I know you weren't expecting that.
No, I
was
was acting.
acting.
Yes.
Acting.
I've got an MA in theatre.
There we go.
Yeah. All that means is if the drag's bad, it's theatre. And if the theatre's bad, it's drag. And if they're both bad, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Ever thought about doctorate or
No, I'm not good with blood.
Dr. Shar Cooterie? Now there's an idea.
In it.
That'd be camp.
Char's in the house.
Yeah. Is there a doctor, one of the moments, is there a doctor in the house and you just come up just like...
Well, this is it. I've always wanted to, just for the moment of being a real inconvenience.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, do I go and try and get a PhD just so like someone can have an episode on a plane and they're like, is there a doctor on board? I'm like, yes, but only in theatre. And then
Someone's dying and you're just bursting out show numbers.
yeah, why not? Or I'm just going, well, actually, we could probably lay this out a bit more differently to make sure that the people watching get the best idea of what's going on here.
Yeah, exactly. So it's redirect it, right? You, dying person, you go there and, right, put this pose in.
We'll do that improv scene of one person standing, one person sitting, one person lying down.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. Yes, and
I know you're choking, but you need to stand up because the other two have sat and lied down.
it's my go now. So let's carry on with the show as we go into the first segment, which is audience questions.
Is there a jingle?
Yeah, but again, it's all pre-recorded.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I was trying to get...
Oh, okay.
I've watched it, I've seen
really?
it.
Oh,
I know most of them probably don't.
we have one.
Lazy
We have
kids.
we have one viewer.
It's me.
We're very lucky.
I will be honest. I mainly watch to see if I'm mentioned. A few people have mentioned me, and I've gone, oh, that was less flattering than I hoped. Who was it? Someone laid into me and Trace. It was brilliant. I sent it. I literally screen recorded it, sent it to Trace. I was like, we need to set this right. We need to get on there. Probably one of those young ones.
Yeah, one of the young ones. But yeah, I wouldn't really worry. As far as people whose names begin with S from the Colchester scene goes, you're not the one that gets mentioned that much.
Leave Serena out of this.
Yeah.
Leave Serena out of this.
Yeah. Poor Serena Hart. £5 in the tip jar. So audience questions is where you lovely folks out there get to submit questions to our esteemed guests. Thank you for doing so.
Or me. Esteemed guests or me.
Yeah, or Shar. Either or. And Shar, we have a few here for you. Don't worry, you have actually had quite a few.
Good.
I know you was worried about there wasn't going to be any.
I shared it. I was like, people, please.
No, we've actually had quite an abundance.
Oh, good.
So you're loved, dear.
We'll see once we hear the questions. It could just be, why? When will you stop?
Yeah. Please quit, not a question.
Yeah. Please quit?
Question mark?
Quit, please?
So the first question is actually a triple ender because basically all three people asked the same question.
Who are they?
So it's Ace, Destiny and Jake.
Oh.
All asked the same question, which is, what's your favourite item on a charcuterie board?
I mean, this is... this is the only problem with my name is because people ask this and then I have to like go into a sort of disastrous breakdown of my own psyche. I love cold cuts. I do love like a prosciutto.
Yes.
I like a salami. I wanted meat first. I'm a fan of cheese, but not as much of a cheese person as I am a meat person.
That's fair.
I tell you what, I'll go off on one. I'll do a curveball. I think an underestimated favourite is a cornichon. With the tiny pickles. Tiny
those, yeah.
Those on any other like deli meat, done. Game changer. It's a win.
There we go. Note for everyone out there.
Meats and pleases. Meats and cheeses. I don't know why I said pleases.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I was thinking of Bob Mortimer. Meats and cheeses, all the best, and then little pickles on top as well.
There we go. Cheeses for us Mises. And following on with the similar tone, Copper asks, on a charcuterie board, do you prefer cured, smoked or cooked meats?
Oh, not cooked. Cured or smoked would have to be cured. Salamis are cured, aren't they?
I believe so, yeah.
Because that's how they get better, isn't it?
Yeah.
You start off ill and then you cure them. I like a salami. I think cured, in that order, cured, smoked, cooked. Because if I'm having cooked, I might as well have a roast.
Yeah.
You don't get a joint of cured ham.
True. Very true.
With a roast dinner. So I'll save the cooked meats for elsewhere. Cured, then smoked.
There we go. Perfect. And yes, that was Copper Top for anyone wondering.
Oh, bless her.
There we go. Our next question, again, comes from Jake. If you was a national holiday, what day would you be and why?
Oh, as in, I'm going to answer this in two ways.
There we go.
If I were any holiday,
yes,
I would be Christmas. But if Shar and myself were made a national holiday, I would have to be... It would be the 2nd of November.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't. I've already got a national holiday. What am I on about? There is International Share Shar Day on the 3rd of September every year. And that is a day... Wavy's trying to steal this, and she's doing it every week, which is very clever, and I should have thought of that. But forget Wavy Wednesday. Make sure you celebrate International Share Shar Day, where you can go on to... Not Shar Day the singer. Share Shar Day. You go onto my post, you share something, tell people to follow me, and then hopefully by the end of it, I've gone up about 4 followers. It's nice.
Yeah. What about Share Day?
I mean, that's every day.
True.
That's just Share Day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still not to be confused with the singer Share Day, which is how people say Shar Day wrong.
Smooth operator. I don't know why I'm singing. I'm not the singer on the couch. I try.
La.
Next question comes from Elle, And she asks, is there anything you wish people understood more about drag?
Oh,
We're getting into the tough journalism now, people.
The thing is I try to be. I always want people. I'm always happy to. The number one thing I'm gonna go back. The number one thing I think people need to understand better about drag is there are no rules. There are no rules. If someone is telling you their rules, they're doing it wrong.
Exactly.
Now, are there ways to do? Are there ways to be better? Yes. Are there ways to do more of what you want or achieve your goals more efficiently? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
But there is nothing that dictates what drag can be. I almost sometimes think of drag as a medium rather than an art form in and of itself.
Yes.
Because, if someone says to me, I do drag, okay, I don't necessarily know what that means.
Yeah.
For example, Juno Birch.
Oh, yeah.
Juno Birch does drag, but Juno Birch is better known in drag now for doing comedy and YouTube videos and exploring comedy and the trans experience, for example, through drag. They're a speaker, but they present that through drag. I'm a singer. I could be a singer with or without drag, but drag is the medium through which I explore music.
Exactly, yeah.
There are drag comedians, there are drag models. And so it's almost like, well, how do you... Just saying I do drag doesn't actually necessarily say what you do.
Exactly.
It's how you present it.
Yeah. It's like saying, literally, I do art, but then what do you do? Paint, sculpt?
Yeah, charcoal.
Charcoal.
Yeah.
What paint do you use?
If I asked someone
oil, acrylic.
to create a picture of a tree, they might use one of 50 different mediums.
Oh, yeah.
If I asked someone to do a drag performance, that again could be one of as many different options as there are people are trying it.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Our next question comes from, I don't know if you would know this person, Tracy.
Oh, God.
What are your biggest pet peeves when it comes to drag?
My biggest pet peeves when it comes to drag, for myself, my number one annoyance sort of about and with myself and my process in drag is when I draw something slightly too big compared to the other one. Be that liner, shadow, one lip, whatever it is, and then I have to do slightly bigger, and then we progress to the point where I go, no, fuck it, I wipe it off and I just start again.
Yeah.
That's the worst. My big pet peeve, I think, this is going to say, I don't know if this is going to be spicy. My number one pet peeve is feedback in drag. Now, this sounds weird. What I mean is,
I think I know where you're going.
If I'm in an environment where I have entered that environment knowing there will be criticism or knowing there will be feedback, fine.
Yes.
But otherwise, unless I ask, I don't care. Because there are people I ask, and there are people I check in with.
Oh, yeah.
I check in with myself, and I go, well, is that my best work? But I think, and I put this down to a certain TV show, and this applies to out of drag people as well as drag people.
Oh, yeah.
I think there is an expectation that people should be, by doing a performance or by being out there or doing drag, they should be open, receptive to, and expect your input.
Yeah. When you've never done drag yourself.
Well, or even if you do, because we're not doing,
Exactly.
Tiara Sky said it Tiara Sky said it, and I apply it to everything now. When she was being bashed queer bashed by a person in the street.
Yes.
And this person said, "You're not a woman." Now, Tiara Sky is a hell of a woman.
Oh my God, she is
one of the most
stunned.
People in the world. But what she said is, "I will never be a woman like you because you are not the woman I'm trying to be."
A fucking man. It is an incredible clip if you've not seen it.
You can apply that to anything. I won't be the drag, a drag performer like you, or my drag won't be like yours, because your drag is not what I'm trying to do.
Exactly.
I just stick to your own hymn sheet. If let people flounder if they need to flounder. because you will rise by focusing on your own work.
You put your mask on before other people
Yeah.
in the event of an emergency.
Yeah. And also, we don't all need to be professional. Like, you need to behave professionally, but everyone's trying to make a living from this. And that's okay too.
Yeah. Obviously, if you're being paid to do it, be professional, but know that you don't have to... We're not saving lives. Yes, you're being paid to do a job. At least turn up on time, do the job sober. That's all that we ask.
Yeah.
After that, free to do what you want. But at the same time, like, have fun with it still. Like,
well, yeah. Well, this is the thing. Is I think sometimes, unfortunately, because so drag is a tricky one because if you like singing and you want to be a singer but you don't want to do it professionally, karaoke and cabarets and Amdram and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
If you want to be an actor but you don't want to do it professionally, local theatre, youth theatre, all that sort of stuff. There's all these spaces for you to explore your chosen medium without the pressure of having to try and earn money with it.
Yeah.
But at the moment, because of the proliferation of drag and the fact that it's so big and so mainstream and more people want to do it, we're in a position where it's almost dictated by its own nature.
Yeah.
If you want to play with drag, you need to be charging for it.
Yeah.
And I think anyone can do drag. I think everyone who wants to charge for drag or needs to charge for drag should be examining what the objective value of what they're offering is.
Yeah.
I don't say that is not that's just how business works.
Exactly.
But I think the difficulty you've got is there is no such thing as amdrag.
No.
What would be lovely somewhere, somehow, is if you could have an amdrag scene, so people who want to just play with it and make it a hobby can do so without the built-in pressure of, well, actually, I've paid money, so I expect this to be...
Yes, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Let people have fun with it, because not everyone does want to be a full-time drag performer. Some people want to explore that world or want to just express parts of themselves that they don't get to. And it's become so monetized because it's so saturated as well.
Yeah.
That I think, sometimes the importance of the joy and the fun and that being the priority.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes gets lost. And that ties into that thing of everyone being like, well, I need to give them feedback, or I need to tell them all.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, well, do you?
Yeah, and to be fair, I still think like there is, even if you are doing this professionally, and like I said, it's not much, speaking as a show producer myself, it's not much that I ask from everyone. It's no different than any other working job. Like, just turn up on time, just do what I've paid you to do. But I feel like with drag, like, we're not in a stuffy office where it's, right, I expect you to sit in front of this computer for 5 hours, shut up. We are allowed to have fun.
Yeah.
It's the nature of the job. So yeah, it's yeah, but yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, it's
just have fun, babe.
Just have fun with it.
Like, behave professionally, have fun, but also bear in mind, if you're looking at those around you, they might not have the same objectives as you. So if they're having fun and you're having fun, it's better all round. Do you need to have that conversation? Does it serve them, or is it about you?
Exactly. There we go. Our next question comes from Anonymous.
Oh.
And they ask, if you were stuck in a lift, which Dragonfly performer would you want to be stuck with?
I know someone who answered me this and then changed their mind. Bloody Sarah, who I've got a lot of time for, in that I look forward to watching her age, and wither and die. No,
unfortunately, though, she looks after herself so well, so that might not happen.
I don't know. I'm learning to drive. So
going well. Any casualties yet?
I would have to be. Well, that's the whole plan.
There we go.
So I'd have to go Tracy.
Yeah.
I love our Trace. And also probably it would be best that I'm there with her to keep her calm. I feel like she wouldn't cope well in a lift being shut down environment.
I mean, I know I made this joke on a previous episode, but I thought she would be used to it, like going down the mines. In the mine lift.
No, but maybe it'll bring back memories.
True, it might be triggering.
And also, there'll be no canaries, so she won't know when we've run out of air.
Very true, very true.
I'll be her canary.
Yeah, but instead of sweet birdsong, it's just, you know.
I'd have to not sing to save the air. I'd have to save the oxygen.
True.
Yeah, I reckon Tracy, or who's more new? Or Nikki Teen, who's been doing a few bits at Dragonfly.
Okay.
Who's just, I just want to pick her brain. She's fascinating. She's gorgeous. She's wonderful. And I just, I think if you're stuck in a lift, it's a good time to have a chat with someone. So
what else are you going to do?
Why not be like, right, let me just chat with you. Plus, we both love theatre, so
yeah,
we
that helps.
Talk about musicals.
There we go. Perfect. And speaking of, Tracy asks, shag, marry, kill.
God.
Tracy Paper, constant struggle, pansy craze.
Shag Pansy, marry Tracy, kill Connie. And Connie knows that's what would happen. I think.
All right.
I don't know. Would I kill Pansy? No.
Depends.
It's not any lack of fondness that I killed Connie for. I just think we would both always. You could have put Hitler in there, and we still would. Both of us would have chosen each other. I reckon.
Yeah. Depends who goes in front of the car first.
Quite.
There we go.
Sarah. Kill Sarah as well. Just as a bonus kill.
Yeah. Poor Sarah, she's got a hit out for her now.
Yeah.
Sarah, if you're listening and all of a sudden you get like a red laser light start appearing on your forehead, run.
No, you can't see her above the windowsills. Too short.
True. Yeah, true. Our next question comes from Cherub, and they ask, could you cast a musical of your choice with local drag performers as the cast?
Oh, God. Let's go with Little Shop of Horrors.
Work.
And Ace would be the dentist.
Yes.
I think the trio of girls.
Yeah.
Do all the Little Shop of Horrors. Those three would be Dion, Wavy, Genesis.
Yes.
I would have. I'm gonna count myself out of this.
Oh.
Because I'd have to oversee it. Who else we got? We've got Seymour, Audrey, Mushnick, and the plant left. Mushnick would be Tracy Paper.
Yes.
Seymour would be Mike Ryder. Audrey would be Nikki Teen. And then the voice of the plant, I would go with... I'd go with Atomic.
Yeah. There we go.
It's quite House of Slay.
Yeah.
But they all work very well together.
Yeah.
Like, they're a good ensemble. So yeah, I think that would be quite camp. Yes, that's my answer, and I'm sticking to it. I'll do the voice and the narrator at the start.
There we go. Perfect. And you can look forward to that coming to Dragonfly in 2027.
We could do that. That'd be camp.
Yeah, I mean, what don't you do at Dragonfly, really?
This is it.
There we go.
Cooking.
Gotta make a living. Our next question comes from Ophelia, and they ask, what's your favourite thing about the Colchester scene?
I mean, my favourite thing... I was about to be flippant, but I think it's also true.
Oh.
I'm my number one favourite thing about the Colchester scene. I think my favourite thing about the Colchester scene is that it's there. I mean, that sounds a bit vague and a bit boring, but like...
I think it's so valid nowadays.
It's happening.
It's so valid.
And it's busy and there's stuff going on. I love the way that Colchester seems to be very... Or at least all my experiences with folks, everyone is just like, yeah, just give it a go. We'll just try it. And someone expresses an interest, and then someone else who's new in the scene goes, "Yep, come on in then, and I'll show you how to get to this point." And then we'll both learn the next bit together. And
yeah,
it's generally, there is some schoolyard nonsense occasionally. And I probably have more of an issue with that because I feel old. But
Yeah.
I think generally it's just the joy of it is still there. A lot of the joy of it is still there. Because it's new and because it's special and because everyone's still very excited. It's, for the most part, it's very lovely and everyone's very enthusiastic, and that's lush.
Yeah, I mean, I know I sort of, make jokes about, the Colchester drag scene, that it's everyone and their cat is doing drag.
Babes,
but it's when you sort of like look at it from a different viewpoint, it is lovely in that there are probably people in this country, maybe watching, listening right now, who come from such a small town that they know no queer people. So to have something like Colchester where it is just so thriving and open in beautiful queerness, it's lovely. And in today's political day and age, it's probably the most punk rock thing that anyone can do.
I think it is. Someone said to me, so a newer drag. I mean, they know what they're doing, but like new to me, who I'd met, and they were like, I've lived 15 minutes down the road from Colchester my whole life, and when they started drag and what they've been doing in drag, they've been doing majority of the time in London.
Yeah,
and they were like, I hadn't realised, never mind that this was here, but that this could happen.
Yeah.
Because we're still so used to culturally queer hubs in major cities.
Yeah.
Because that's where everyone had to move to find people. Whereas what I like is at the moment, and long may it continue, we are, along with several other places up and down the country, which is very, very heartening, bucking that trend and going, yeah, but what if we just did it here?
Exactly.
And it's happening, and it's working, and it's growing, and that's lovely. Yeah.
Amen on that. Our next question also comes from Ophelia, and they ask, what was your favourite thing about judging the Dragonfly competition?
My favourite thing about judging Megamorphosis was seeing new people and new stuff.
Yeah.
There was a lovely... So Ophelia was... if it's Ophelia, I believe it is. Ophelia was our winner.
Yeah.
And I distinctly remember in the finale watching... There was a moment where I watched the realisation of, oh, this really is fun, and I think I think I can do this. I feel like I watched that fall into her head.
Yeah.
Just a little extra bit, like in Fast and the Furious. I've not watched them. I don't know why I'm referencing that particularly. But Fast and the Furious, where they do the pedal and the laughing gas goes into the engine, they go,
yes,
extra boost. It was that, and I just went, yeah, it's nice.
Yeah,
I mean, drag. I keep using the word nice, but actually, I think, I'd get told off in my English classes at school. It's like, there's so many different words to use than nice, but actually, that I don't think we give credit to the idea of just pleasantness.
Yes.
Enough.
Yeah.
It is really nice to be able to see younger queer people just start from the off.
Yeah.
Rather than sort of having to do maybe necessarily this whole, you build up and you earn your place and all of that sort of stuff. Just going, yeah, well, no, actually, just give it a go.
Exactly.
And they do. And people thrive because they give themselves a chance.
Yeah.
And so that's what I loved about that competition is people, and also people, pushing themselves. Because if you're going to explore or experiment, a competition's the best place to do it.
Yes.
You want to bring your best stuff, but if you're able to bring your best stuff and challenge yourself a little bit. So there's a person I've only ever known as a singer, and then for the final, they brought this lip sync number, and it was so them and so correct for it was exactly the sort of thing, and I'd never have imagined it. I'd never have guessed any element of it. This is Atomic, who did a wonderful number as it was this fab story about anti-animal testing, it was gorge. And they lip synced and they were fabulous. And I was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
play, explore.
Exactly.
Because why not? Like, there's low pressure progress. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's high pressure when you're in it, but you were able to look back at it and go, great, I'm leaving this with 4 new looks, or 4 looks that I've curated and 5 new numbers.
Exactly.
Brill.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we're all still just playing dress up.
In it.
You got to play. You got to play with it. So there we go. Perfect. And sticking with a similar vein, and this is kind of again a double header, both quite similar questions. So Ace asks, after being head judge at Megamorphosis, what's your main advice for new drag artists? And Tracy asks, what are your top 3 tips for newbie drag artists?
The number one thing, if you want to do drag, go see drag.
Yeah.
And go see drag. You can absolutely watch lots of drag. There's so much drag media online and on TV, but go see it, because seeing a show in person, particularly in a space that you'd be looking to get into,
Yeah.
it's educational. You're going to see stuff there that you will just not see pushed in a more mainstream lens. You will see stuff you'll see people who are different. You'll see identities and performance styles that are different, but also you'll feel the energy that keeps everyone coming back to it. So that's my number one tip. Go see drag. Second tip, play with makeup, play with experiment, and you know, there's no rules, there's no fixed, there is not a finite amount of drag out there. It is an infinite possibility. There is no, it's not something that only a limited few get bestowed upon them, is the skill of putting on some makeup and an outfit and tarting about on stage, or doing what it is you want to do on stage. So play early on.
Yeah.
Go, if you have an idea, try it. And if it doesn't work, scrap it and try the next one.
Alicia tried.
Innit? She's great. Alicia tried.
Yeah. Hot Shots 2027.
And then, finally, and this was the thing that unlocked a lot of stuff for me in terms of patience with makeup, because makeup used to be my least favourite part of drag. That girl said to me one day, babes, my makeup doesn't know what it's for.
Yeah.
And that, I went, oh, okay. So, again, you can follow guides, you can get advice, but just try stuff. Get some good makeup wipes in case it all goes wrong.
Amen.
And do some decent skincare, which I fail to do every time. But look after your skin, but otherwise try stuff.
Yeah.
What would it be like if I just painted my whole head orange? I don't know. Try it and find out. That's why you need the good makeup wipes, though.
Yeah.
Because some of these experiments they make you look jaundiced.
Oh, yeah. And if you do need a good makeup wipe, Johnson's do a very good one.
Oh, my God.
I think it was actually Cyro that got me onto them.
I got Cyro onto them. I love those wipes so much.
Yeah.
They've stopped selling on Amazon, so I'm trying 2 of their different kinds.
Oh,
now.
shit, have they?
I think they've rebranded, because the purple ones.
Mine are like the bluey. The blue ones.
I've just got some blue ones, so maybe I'm in luck.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, blue ones, absolutely swear by.
Johnson's Makeup Be Gone wipes are a godsend, particularly if you're in a rush out of a gig.
Yes.
Do look after your skin.
Yes, please, for the love of God.
You'll end up looking like me.
Can't relate. And our next question, again, comes from Ophelia. What's your opinion of queens/kings / artists, things, creatures, doing ballads in the UK?
I love it. Ophelia, bless her, came to me during Megamorphosis and asked me this. Because she said, I don't know where, she said she saw someone saying, it's not a thing, don't do it. And I'm just like, who are you missing?
Yeah.
That the winner of Lip Sync 1000 not the current reigning, but the previous winner was Pork Elizabeth Pye from Birmingham, and she did "This Is My Life" by Shirley Bassey, and she just parked and sold that song. Me the Queen, who we both obviously
Yes.
have a great affection for, and
Amen.
I mean, for me as Shar, Me the Queen is like the blueprint. And I think ballads are. I can understand why people might worry about a ballad.
Yes.
But I think that, for me, is why if you're going to do one, it should mean something to you.
Amen.
And don't be like, I think people are afraid, and I understand why, but I think people are afraid of stillness.
Yes.
They worry that stillness is boring. But I would suggest, particularly if you're doing a ballad, stillness is only going to be boring if you are not engaged with what you're doing. As Ophelia ably demonstrated, she did a ballad, and she was like, "I'm really worried because I'm not sure you're meant to do ballads, particularly in UK drag." And like she did "Praying" by Kesha.
Yeah.
It
Powerful.
was electric because she did the thing that we want to see everyone do, which is just connect to the song and show. I always go on and on and on about the idea of showing the you in what you do.
Yeah.
I could see in how she performed it why that song mattered to her, why that song was chosen, why she wanted to do it. So I think, yeah, for me, again, we go back to the no rules thing. I think anything goes. I think there are always going to be ways to maximize and improve what you're doing.
Yes.
So aim to be the best version of you, but make sure it is a version of you.
Yeah.
If you want to just be a ballad queen, just be a ballad queen. Yeah.
Even just throwing it back to our Hothouse family, I have to give props to Barbara the Barber.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
She's our ballad queen, but she fucking kills a ballad. There's nothing wrong with a ballad. I wish more people did it.
Yeah.
Especially in this country.
Do what you want, just do it your best.
Exactly. Amen. Our next question comes from Aurora, and they ask, how do you change a bad gig to a good one?
Pretend.
Yeah.
Delusion. It depends on why it's bad. If it's bad because of me, you just kind of got to... You can't dwell on moments.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had some wonderful mistakes, and they are wonderful because in hindsight, they're really fun. If the audience is tricky, you got to persist. But also, you've got to, sometimes that persistence is keeping your sanity.
Yeah.
I've done some gigs that I refer to as radio gigs, where I go out and within a few numbers, I realize, okay, cool. They're looking at me really to be background.
Yes.
Background music.
Yeah.
And the first time it happened, what a damage to my ego.
Yeah.
And then I finished the gig and I was like, well, I feel great. I've just had a sing through. Everyone had a little clap at the end of each song, but really I'm just there to sort of keep the ambience.
Yeah.
And so ever since then I've been like, oh, okay, cool. If that's what this gig is, I will do the best version of that. But how to turn a bad gig into a good gig, sometimes you can't.
No.
So it's then also just being able to put it down afterwards. Drag is not a kidney. If it doesn't go well, we don't die. It's, you're fine. It's annoying, but the number one thing to avoid is turning a bad gig into a series of bad gigs.
Yes.
And the only way to do that is going, cool, that was a thing that happened. I can make peace with it. I can look at how to avoid it, and I move on.
Yeah. A lot of it's just about perspective.
Yeah.
Even if it is an awful gig, at least look at it from a point of view of, what did I learn from this? And
also, how are you defining bad?
Yeah.
Because some people are, if making a mistake is not bad, or if you have an awkward exchange, that's not necessarily, there can be moments that don't spoil a gig. If you don't let them.
Yeah.
They can be awkward or awful or embarrassing or whatever. But how was the rest of the show? Or how are you judging bad? Did you get through? Yeah, you fluffed an intro for someone, but did you get through that number you've not done before? Great. Well, then that sounds like quite a positive gig. Perspective, framing, check in with yourself.
Yeah.
And most importantly, move on after it goes wrong. Don't dwell. It's not worth it.
Amen. Yeah, I mean, just sort of harkening in on that myself. Obviously, I've also had, which I think a lot of us seasoned performers, we do have those radio gigs where it feels like you're just going there and you're, interrupting people's drinking time. But again, it's about perspective. Okay, no one's looking at you as if you were a performer at the O2, but look at it from the point of view that, oh, okay, I'm literally just here. I could be doing anything right now. Look at it from that point of view. I've literally had gigs where it's like, no one's even watching me right now. So I'm just going to go out there and literally just give 10%. I'm still going to get paid the same. So, make it work for yourself. It is literally all about perspective.
Sometimes those radio gigs, that girl and I talk about this quite a bit, is like, great. Well, in that case, if I'm not people's main focus, then this gig can be for me.
Exactly.
And I'm going to do a few songs that I wouldn't normally do, or I'm gonna take a punt on something different, or I'm gonna try a joke that I've never tried before. Because if it doesn't land, that's fine. They weren't listening anyway.
There's no witnesses.
No, and so but if it feels right saying it in front of a crowd, then great. Maybe I've got some new material, or maybe I've got something to take away from it.
Exactly. Our penultimate question.
Yes.
We're nearly at the end of the Q&A section of today's pageant. Again, comes from Copper. And they ask, what has been your proudest achievement in your drag career thus far?
I think I might have a couple of things to put in this. I think the coolest moment, which isn't quite proudest, but it was the thing that I would tell grandkids about so far, is doing the couple of times I've done Pride in London's Dean Street stage.
Yeah.
Particularly the first time, when, I mean, it was nuts. I did Freed from Desire, which I do less often nowadays, but it is a staple in my set.
Yeah.
And we were at a late enough point in the day where everyone was hammered, because of course they were.
Of course.
We're in the middle of Soho, and Dean Street, I was stood by, I mean, this little stage was just next door to Compton Street, near where the Admiral Duncan is.
Yeah.
And I could I could see all the way down to, if people know London, to where you'd come out of Tottenham Court Road, Elizabeth Line bit. There's a Tesco opposite. It always closes earlier than I expect it to. And I couldn't see the end of the people. And everyone was bouncing with me doing the song. And I just went, this is nuts.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen anything. I probably won't ever again. And it was really, really cool. And I just went, okay, this moment right here, I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that I'm most proud of as of right now is I've been doing Colchester Fringe for a few years. I've been doing Colchester Fringe since it began, because again, old. But this last year in October, a friend of mine, Adam, and I wrote a show called Tales to Worsen Your Day. And it's an original piece of sort of cabaret theatre, original stories and songs, very my sense of humour. You'd hope, wouldn't you, if you've written it?
You would hope so.
But like, and I really enjoyed it, and I really liked it, and I thought, I sat back and I went, I think this is good. And then we performed it to our audiences, and people were really, really kind about it, and seemed to agree. To the point where people were like, well, can you not record it, or can we do it so we can hear it again? And I've done a lot of gigs, but no one's ever sort of been like, I want to hear that thing, that moment again.
Is it on Apple Music?
Well, that sort of thing. And I was just like, oh. And so I am very proud of that little show, because it was the first time with the Fringe stuff that I'd really done something properly original. And working with Adam is always brilliant. but yeah, sort of flexed a writing muscle I hadn't flexed for a very long time, and it was good. It was all right. And so that for me, that work, that piece of theatre, I guess, yeah, it was a creative thing that did what it was meant to do, and that felt like an achievement. I liked that.
Perfect. There we go. And speaking of, projects and stuff, our final question comes from Shar. And they ask, what projects have you got coming up soon?
I have got so many projects coming up soon. Thanks for asking me. I thought, I just worried that no one would ask all the things I'm up to. So I have got, so we're actually, Tales to Worse New Day, on that story.
Yes.
I've been fortunate enough to, and I mean, I was about to say to secure funding. That's drivel. I'm just paying for it off my gigs. But I'm going to get it recorded because I liked it and I was really proud of it. And I went, do you know what? And so I'm working with the wonderful guy who produces the Fringe to put on an event, which will have a live audience if you're interested. It'll be August, date on my socials at some point. But yeah, we'll be doing a live filming and audio recording of the show. It is fabulous. And we're writing a new story and a new song for it. So it will be 20% longer. And then so I was meant to do this Shakespeare project recently, and that fell through. And that fell through about a week ago. And I was like, oh God, what am I gonna do? And so I've just sort of been plodding away, and then inspiration for something else hit, and then I had another brainwave, and so I'm working on another 2 Fringe shows, or bits of solo shows, theatre things. More on this later. One is called Songs of Gaze, which will be the gospel according to queer icons or gay icons.
Perfect.
So I'll be writing a sermon about the lessons we can learn from, for example, this such and such a song by Lady Gaga or this song by Beyonce. And it'll be very serious. I will be writing a proper sermon. Perfect. And hopefully it will just be really nice and uplifting, and we'll all have a little hymn moment while we sing together the music of the Gospel of the Gays. And then the other one I'm not willing to share right now, but it's combating it's effectively me raging against the machine that is computers taking over.
Work.
But in the least effective way possible.
Yeah.
Because lazy.
Yeah. More on that later then.
What have you got? What have you got on? What are you up to?
Just pretty much this, really.
Oh,
just
fair enough.
Yeah, just to quote the comedian that does Natalie Cassidy, I'm just doing this now, really.
Yeah.
Just doing this. No, actually, no, to be fair, it's bloody busy. I've got quite a few commissions in the pipeline.
You're always on the next thing, aren't you?
I'm always grafting. To be fair, one of my icons in drag is Trixie Mattel. Not just because I find her hilarious. But the way that she constantly grafts is something that I do look up
to. Do a show, do a DJ set, start a lingus, move on to the next thing, boom,
bus,
boom, boom,
club,
boom.
Another club, no sleep. That's
Open a hotel.
Yeah, literally. So yeah, it's very much like that. But for all my information, you know where to go. Really, it's just Hot House.
You could make the Hot House. You buy a property, do it up, make it a brothel, because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah. Well, to be fair though, we do live in the UK, so pretty much during the summer, every house becomes a hot house.
That's true. That is true.
We don't do aircon in this country.
Oh, God.
As 21 Pilots mentioned about that when they came over here once, and it was hilarious. Like they were and it was during the height of summer, and it was like this small venue, and they were like,
I mean, they reckon it's going to be 24 degrees tomorrow.
Yeah. Help. But yes, that was the end of audience questions. Thank you, everybody, for submitting yours. And also just to mention that if you do need any help with writing from the Sermon of Lady Gaga,
I know you're an expert.
I am practically a bishop at this point.
One of the elder scholars.
Yeah, I'm the Pope when it comes to the Church of Gaga. So if you do need help, then I am on standby.
Thank you, babes. I appreciate that.
But with that, we now go to the next segment of today's episode, which is the hot seat. And having done the Queen's speak, these questions won't be at all unfamiliar to you.
I feel like some of these.
Well, you got to recycle ideas when you can.
Absolutely. If it works, don't fix. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I was about to say, if it works, don't fix it. That still works.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Unlike my sentences.
Perfect. So the hot seat is a rapid fire, quick question round. All I need you to do is answer to the best of your ability.
I forgot to prepare for this. I knew these were coming and I forgot to prepare for them. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. But yes, are you ready?
Yes.
What is your favourite word?
My real favourite word is callipygian.
Okay, work.
Callipygian is a Greek word which means having or possessing pert buttocks. And I think it's hilarious.
I just think of a pigeon.
Yeah, I know.
Which is also
maybe
cute.
we need to say it more Greek. It's like callipygian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's otherwise it does sound like a Pokemon, doesn't it?
Yes, that as well. Lois, you're Greek. Just let us know in the comments. What is your least favourite word?
No. Don't like hearing that.
Especially when the trades say it.
Yeah. No, consent is very important.
Exactly.
Consent is very important.
We do consent. What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Enthusiasm and learning. I mean, there's nothing for me. There's nothing more addictive. There's nothing more exciting than meeting someone who they have to be able to, they have to be able to, it helps if they're an engaging person, but someone who has a passion and is able to make you passionate about it.
Yes.
Despite you having no frame of reference for it whatsoever.
Yeah.
But like, because they just care so much and they're so excited by it, and that's contagious. Whatever that quality is.
Yeah. I mean, I think I kind of get that a little bit, like with certain topics, but I think that's just autism. So maybe that's the other
yes,
quality.
Special interests.
Yeah, hyperfixations. What, in the same regard, turns you off?
It's a caveat on ignorance.
Yeah.
Ignorance is sort of a go-to. Well, yeah, I don't like people who hate people. Fine. For me, I don't think there's anything wrong in and of itself with ignorance. Ignorance is just not knowing something. What is a big can't be doing with it is willful ignorance.
Yeah.
Or ignorance that delights in itself. Like, I don't know about this or I don't understand this and I don't care.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm too old to understand all of that. You're never.
In it. Well, I mean, when people are like, well, my nan, my nan's not PC because she's of a different generation. I'm like, well, she's figured out iPhones pretty bloody quick.
Exactly. She knows how to use an emoji.
Yeah,
so,
in it.
It's not that difficult. Yeah.
She's sending me cigarette emojis as a hate crime. I'm like, she's figured it out. I think the homophobia is a choice at this point. Not my nan. My nan's lovely, but I don't know. This stranger's nan in this hypothetical.
Yes. Yeah.
She called me an F slur.
Damn you, Margaret. Excuse me. What sound or noise do you love?
My favourite noise in the whole world now, I think it probably always was, but I didn't realise it, is the cat activation noise. The cat activation noise is, and most cats do it.
Yeah.
But if you just stroke a cat that's like half asleep, they're chilling, they're fine, you're not scaring them, but they go.
Oh, right. Yeah,
I love that noise. It makes me so happy. That noise or gasping laughter.
Yes.
When someone's just too far gone, like it's almost dangerous laughter.
Yeah.
I love that. I love when I feel that myself. I love on the occasion if I'm able to induce that in someone else. Like there is no better feeling.
Yeah. Well, I really like a good, like, asthmatic, raspy laugh.
Oh, God.
Those ones are hilarious.
The ones where it sounds like they're just chucking, like, bricks through a cement mixer.
Yes, yeah.
I do worry about them, though, because it does sound like they're going to keel over.
Yeah, but also...
Like, where it's like... it's just like, oh, no, they're going to die.
Yeah, but also they just make me laugh
It is
anyway.
good. It is,
so,
I mean, just good laughs. Good laughs are good.
yeah. Amen. What sound or noise do you hate?
I don't mind kids crying, but there is a kind of cry kids do when it's to punish the adult, where there's a in it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, babes, don't do this. I know you're upset, but like that, oh, it just goes through me. That and distant football chants in train stations. The impending... It reminds me of, you know, like in Lord of the Rings, where they hear the goblins or whatever starting to come through Moria. You just hear in the distance, and they build.
Yeah. Oh, God, they're getting nearer.
You're
Yeah.
just like, oh, God, please let this tube come, because I don't want to share this one.
Yeah.
That.
Valid. What
very
profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Zookeeper. I want to... Or... Well, maybe not zookeeper, because... No, it is zookeeper, but more specifically, the zookeepers who do the talks about the animals.
Yeah.
I love... Like, that would be... Growing up, I wanted to be David Attenborough. I still do to an extent, but this is, you know, I've just got a bit lost along the way.
Yeah. She'll get there.
I would love to do... To learn more... Well, to learn about, and in learning about it, help other people learn about nature and the natural world and animals, and... Oh, it's the best, isn't it?
Yeah.
Endlessly fascinating. Every time we think we understand it, there's something else that goes, yeah, but what about me? I break all of those rules you thought you had. We go, yeah, you do, you silly echidna.
You silly goose.
We thought
Quite
there was
literally.
only one mammal that laid eggs, then we saw you laid eggs. Oh, what
Yeah.
you like.
I know. Please welcome the platypus.
Yeah, innit?
What profession would you not like to do?
Not because I don't think it's a worthy job, not because I don't think I think I could be good at it. I just don't know if I'd have the mental fortitude to do care or social work.
Yeah.
Through various jobs and through various personal, like, family situations, I've interacted with a lot of people in those roles, and they are some of the most slept upon individuals in society. I don't know how people do it.
Yeah.
I really don't. And often for a fraction of the pay they should be getting for it. I mean, a lot of those industries, along with the NHS, along with basically a lot of businesses or industries where you're looking after people, they rely on the goodwill of people who want to do those jobs.
Yeah.
And so they know they'll stay an extra 6 hours. They'll know they'll go above and beyond, because that's in the nature. They, like, you sort of weed out the people who aren't willing to not sort of do that as much, and then you just end up with a bunch of burnt out people experiencing some of the most awful things we do to each other.
Yeah.
So that.
Yeah.
But only out of pure admiration and a lack of envy.
Yes.
for
Yes.
what those jobs are.
Yeah.
That, or like groom of the stool back in medieval times.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that. Well, actually, some carers do that.
Pretty much,
Do.
Do. They do it. Quite literally.
Why does that make me laugh? I'm 5 years old. Yeah.
Toilet humour always gets me as well.
In
Though.
it.
Life's too short to pretend that a fart isn't funny. My new merch line. And the
Sarah
final...
Chasm's too short to pretend she's not a shit. Or something. Leave that in. I don't even need it to be funny, Sarah. If you're watching, I'm just preparing for our roast on Sunday. I've handled bigger roasts than you, babes.
Toby Carvery.
In it. I killed him.
size.
I killed Toby.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, babe.
That's all right.
I was just psyching out Sarah.
And now we'll be getting Sarah back on the podcast to respond to that, and it's just become a
You
huge
watch, I'll
cycle.
burst through the window behind here. I'll take her out.
Yeah. It's when we open the curtains, you're just there at the other side of the window.
Like some sort of gargoyle.
Yeah. The final question.
Yes.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
This was always the one. These aren't the words. This was always the one I liked asking other people because it was like, because it is, but it's like, and everyone just goes flippant. But I suppose if they exist, and assuming they exist in the way that they exist in the Bible, where actually for the most part they're just all about like us being individuals and loving, and so assuming I get in,
Yes.
because I think for the most part I've been a good person. I endeavour to be, and I think that's all that they want you to do.
Yeah, I mean, guilty.
If all of those ifs in place, I suppose just like I wouldn't even need him to say anything.
Yeah.
Just if they were just like, just those walking past each other on the street, and just like, yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
Maybe just like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Yeah. Go on.
But like the flippant answer would be like, oh, you're too fat for clouds, you bastard. Down to hell, off you go. And I'd go down to hell where, what are evil foods? Devil food cake, where I'd have that, and cream eggs. They're not particularly evil. I know they're about Jesus, but obviously Cadbury, Unilever, big business.
Yeah. Just any of them.
Realistically, most things are going to hell product-wise.
Oh,
so.
yeah. At this point, it's more difficult to not go to hell than it is to, get into heaven, probably.
Yeah.
Amount of...
I'll give it a year. Jet2 will be doing holidays to hell.
or space. Who knows? But with that, that was the hot seat. Well done for completing it.
Thank you.
And for getting through it. And thank you again for joining me on the sofa for today's episode.
There's a bloody sign and everything. I thought that was digital background, but look.
I know.
Oh no, it's quite thick. It's quite firmly fixed. I was going to try and swing it, and it didn't move, and I worried I was about to knock it down.
The high quality set design here on the HotCast.
It's dead nice in here.
Thank you. Yes, we
We're
borrowed
going to chat about painting over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you'll have to edit the paint again.
Yeah. Insert picture. But with that, we go to the final segment, which is happy endings. Da, 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 da. So, happy endings is the part of the show where we like to finish things off on a light-hearted, positive note, a la the Hot House way. So, for example, my happy ending for this episode, it's not really much of a happy ending, but I suppose it's more of a recommendation, really, this episode, because I have so many of these that I have to get through that at this point I'm just going through the list of everything. But no, this one is... so I'm not much of a movie person, but I think now, after maybe a decade of not changing, I maybe have a new movie for my top 5.
Oh.
Which is The Stepford Wives.
It's very draggy, very camp, isn't it?
It's so camp. Watched it yesterday.
The Nicole
other day.
Kidman one?
Yes, the Nicole Kidman. I'm still yet to watch the 70s one, but watched the 2004 one the other day. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Camp.
So, yeah, if you haven't watched it, go watch The Stepford Wives. It is a very good movie with feminist undertones, which are, I think, palatable. And also...
Yeah, you don't want women getting too jumped up.
Exactly.
Do we, Kenz?
No, exactly. God forbid.
We only want those tolerable feminists.
Yes. Because I don't like women.
Oh, God.
No, obviously I stand any and every all feminism, but...
You've left your shovel behind the sofa.
Exactly, yeah. Just trying to dig myself out of that one now. But no, you know what I mean? It's
of course.
It's. I don't think a lot of people would necessarily think of it as maybe like a feminist film, but once you actually get into it, it's like, oh, I stand the feminism
But
in
that's
this.
that's also like how you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. Sometimes
Exactly.
stuff sort of just being incidentally like we're just putting in a hint of it's a flavour of rather than like hitting
Yes.
someone over the head with it. So you lead people to it and then they make their own conclusions.
Exactly.
And then they feel smarter as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's I think it's kind of the same, with queer messaging and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obviously we're very supportive of the message, but sometimes the best thing that you can do is be subtle about it and sort of slowly inject it into people's periphery rather than...
With consent.
Yes. With consent. We do
What
consent.
did you do to my periphery?
Answers on a postcard. So yes, that's my happy ending for this episode. What would you like to...
I've got to be honest, I've completely forgotten what the happy ending's meant to be because I was just trying to think of films now.
Fair enough.
What am I meant? It's
Anything.
a nice thing.
Yeah, just anything happy, joyous.
I'm going on a little holiday.
Lovely. Where
Going on a
to?
weekend away to a place called Mundsley. I don't know either, but I'm not driving, so it's not my problem.
There we go.
But I'm going with some of my nearest and dearest, my little village.
Yes.
Of friends, and I had a sort of a wave of that's gonna be nice over me the other week, and so now I'm looking forward to that.
Lovely.
Yeah,
There we go.
and also cats. Cats are about. Cats exist. Don't need anything else really. Larry the cat's been in Downing Street now longer than 5
Prime
10
Minister.
Prime Minister?
Yeah.
Deary me.
Might be 11 by tomorrow. Who knows
He'll
at this
outlive us
rate?
all.
Yeah. There we go. So
All
yes. All hail Larry the cat.
Larry the cat.
But yes, thank you again for joining me
Thank
today.
you for
It's
having
been
me, babes.
Lovely to actually sit down and have a little nana natter again.
It's just
and
nice to sit down, isn't it?
that part.
It's just a little.
Yeah. Where can the folks at home find you?
I am on all socials at Shar Cooterie, SharCooterie, or on TikTok at Honey Roast Glam.
Work.
But otherwise, in terms of finding me, I don't know, look for the buffet and listen for the bell and I'll be nearby.
Yeah. Yeah, just where there's a dinner bell, there's a charcuterie.
Yes.
There we go. And with that, we shall now love and leave you all. Thank you again for watching or listening, wherever you may be. And please be sure to join us on our next episode when Glenn Close will be here to discuss her greatest fashion moments throughout history.
She looks so good in the new Hunger Games trailer.
Oh my God, yeah.
I didn't even recognise her.
Yeah.
Can I leave a question for the next person?
Go for it. We've never had that before, but go for it.
Why?
So, yeah. Look out for that on the next episode. And with that, we shall now love and leave you. Goodbye, my lovelies. The HotCast is a Hot House Drag UK production. Hosted, produced and edited by Kenzie Blackheart. For more information, visit hothousedrag.co.uk or search for Hot House Drag UK on your chosen social media site. Thank you for listening. And now the essential wave for 5 minutes.
I reckon just leave this, see how long people watch.
Yeah. Are you bored yet, Barbara?
Blabra.
Barbara.
She goes on.
I was gonna say either Barbara or Linda, and then I just merged both. Take care. The stairwell can be treacherous.
There we go. Swap hands.
Okay. Yeah, it's annoying when one hand gets tired, isn't it? Yeah. One wrist gets tired.
I like, if you look here, it looks like my hand is a stranger's hand. I've not even allowed to sit on it.
Sarah.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Do drag, not crimes.